Hello, my name is Rory. I'm a Hilti account manager here in the city of Atlanta. Today we're going to go over a few safety procedures and introduce you to our BX3 100% electric direct fastening tool that we do offer. Today's video will include the safety procedures, what we need to be wearing, how to correctly set up the tool in the device, and how to correctly shoot it into different applications. And of course, here at Hilti, we are very big on safety, so we're going to do a quick refresher course on safety. When you're on the job site, of course, always have your applicable hard hat. You're going to have your visibility bright vest of some sort, your safety glasses, and of course gloves. And in certain instances, if it is necessary to wear earplugs, please wear earplugs. Alright, so now we're going to talk about how getting the tool properly set up for installation for use on the job site. The first thing we're going to want to look at, of course, when we go to the job site is making sure that we have our 22 volt or 18 volt battery charged. On the side of our batteries, when you click the two tabs together, it will light up with an LED strip telling us how charged the battery is. When the battery is charged, we will put it on the tool. It slides on and clicks into place. Now we know the battery is charged and the tool will be ready to go. Now, before we power the tool on and before we get to that, we're going to talk about loading the tool. As you will see right here, we have a nice slide mechanism that's going to slide down this actual rack. You're going to take your pins, you're going to slide them in the base. On the side here, you'll see a little red release. Click the release, and now this is slid all the way up to where the pins are ready to go. The next factor of this is turning the tool on. So we've got a fully charged battery, we've got our pins loaded, we're ready to start shooting. The next step would be to turn the tool on. Now it is ready to shoot. When we are done shooting the tool, it does have an automatic turn off safety feature. After 6 minutes, part of the safety functionality of this tool, it will shut off automatically. However, if we need to add more pins, reload the pins, we will click the button one more time and the tool will power itself down. We want to take pins out, slide the release down, and the pins will slide out the bottom. Now in the event when you're on the job site, to help with that safety feature on this particular tool, when you power it on or off, you will see a green indicator light right here. What that is telling us, this tool is 100% ready to fire. In the event something is not correct with the pins or with the nose piece, this light will turn red and the tool will not fire for your safety and protection. It is its way of letting you know there is something wrong and we need to diagnose what's wrong. In the event of that, of course, you'd want to power the tool off, disconnect your battery, and double check your pins and your nose piece. What you will see on top of the tool is this little button that says eject. What we're doing here is we're checking to make sure that the nose piece comes out in one piece and there is nothing jammed in the actual nose piece. We go to reinsert the nose piece, it slides in, you click the button over, it'll click over, and now you're back in place. It's back and locked in. We'll reconnect the battery with no pins to make sure we have the green indicator light. When we see that that is green, we can now reload our pins as we discussed. Hit the release, turn the tool back on. Again, we have a nice green LED bar indicating to us this tool is ready to fire. Now, on the job site, we have our nails ready to go, the tool is ready to go. We need to make our selector for what fasteners we're going to be fastening to the concrete to make our jobs easier. So we have our grid wire that typically comes in 4, 6, and 10-foot lengths. These are cut down to make it a little bit easier for this video. We have standoff clamps as an example. And we have cable ties that are also an example that we can hide wires into and you can make your own form fitting. Today we'll be shooting one of each of these to show you how they shoot into the concrete. Alright, so here we are, we've got our concrete slab, we've got the tool, we've got a couple of our examples of what we're going to be shooting into today. So, as we've talked about before, we know the battery is charged, we've got pins in, ready to go, we're going to turn the tool on, tool is ready to go. Of course, before you actually pull the trigger, you want to make sure your hand is off the trigger at all times. Until you're ready to fire. You'll put your fastener guide on the actual nose piece. You'll find on your concrete where you're trying to shoot. The goal here is to shoot it nice and square for a quality hold. This foot on the bottom is designed in ensuring you to doing that. So what you'll do is you'll make sure it's nice and square, you'll push down, and now that is one shot. You can see here this standoff clamp is nice and into the block. To kind of show you another example, we have our wire tie here. So you'll put the next fastener piece into the actual nose cone. Go to the next piece of block, nice and square, push down, pull the trigger. And for the last example, we're going to do the grid wire that we've cut down to 1 foot in length, right? So typically there's going to be a 6 foot going overhead, but for demonstration purposes, you'll be holding the wire, pull down the trigger. Now, when you're done with that run, we usually typically like to check them for quality hold. Turn the tool off, and you can see here, nice and stiff into the concrete, and now you can install whatever you're trying to hang from that ceiling or on the wall itself. Alright, so as we talked about, now we have an overhead application that requires the use of a pole tool, maybe instead of the use of a ladder. So what we've got here now is our tool is turned off, the green LED indicator is off. What we have here is our cradle, or a bucket, you'll hear it called. We have our 3 foot extension pole, and then our grip section or handle for this pole tool assembly. Now, of course, we want to verify the actual height of what we're trying to accomplish. This is going to create a 7 foot extension for you. First step first is to put the pole tool into the cradle itself. You want to screw these knobs to where it comes free. This does not detach, makes it for nice, easy installation. Next step would be to take the tool that we know is powered off, put it into the cradle. You take the top half, fold it over, and you screw your nuts down until it gets nice and tight, nice and snug. For our application purposes, what we have determined is we're going to use the whole pole tool assembly. So you take your grip section, you'll take your 3 foot pole tool, you will screw them together where it's nice and snug. At the same time, when you're done with that, you will slide it into this side and repeat the process where they screw together. Nice and snug. Before I do anything, I want to make sure, like I said, verify the tool is off. I like to squeeze the handle to make sure that it is moving appropriately in the tool, which it is. So the next step is to go fire this tool overhead using this pole tool assembly. Alright, as you see here, we have our BX3 on the pole tool. We have our demonstration block up top. Today we're going to be shooting the grid wire, cutting the 1 foot length. So of course, the tool is ready to go. We're going to put the nose piece, the fastener into the nose piece. We're going to put the tool straight up. You're going to see the foot will go flat right there, nice and square. Pull the trigger. That piece is now solidified. To give another example, we're going to do another clip wire. Same processes. Run the tool up. Go nice and square where the foot is. Pull the trigger. Now those 2 pieces are fastened to the concrete. Alright, as you saw, we made some great quality fastenings using the BX3 on the pole tool assembly. I'd also like for you to note, in the event the actual height difference is not necessary for the 3 foot, you can take this pole extension out. You can go ahead and fasten directly to the actual pole tool handle itself and make a nice 3 foot extension overall. When you're done using the pole tool assembly, reverse your process, disassemble. You'll loosen these wing nuts here, nice and loose. The tool will come out, and now it is ready to be utilized by hand again. This concludes our tutorial video about the BX3. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your Hilti local representative.